what makes a great founder who's able to execute a billion-dollar business? Because it's not everyone. And I think before going into the attributes of a phenomenal founder, let me tell you the circumstances that can sometimes stop you from being a perfect founder. And I think no better movie to take this from than The Matrix. Because sometimes you are not the one. And it could be because of your particular skill set, based on the company and the product that you're trying to build. It could be because of the timing, based on the moment that you're in at that particular time. It could be based on the market that you're trying to sell into and your skill set for being able to sell into that market. You are not the one. The second reason is that your company is not the one. The product that you are building is not needed or wanted by the market segment that you are going after at that particular time. And in many ways, finding this out quickly is the most important thing that you can do so that you can move to the product that the market wants. And then the final part of it is that the world is not the one. And the truth is, in many levels, the world is incredibly unfair. And some people will be able to raise money very easily because of the connections that they have, and other people will be incredibly restricted even though their idea, their product may be better than the alternatives out there. And again, by recognizing the circumstances that you're in, they will allow you to be able to adapt, to build out something that allows you to break through. Now let's come around the other side. Let us say you are the one. Let us say that your product is the one, and let us say that the market is the one. Let's look at what incredible execution looks like. Firstly, there is an underlying foundation that has to be adhered to. And that is that when you are building a new product, a new company, if you're solving a customer need, you only have one enemy. Your enemy is not your product, your enemy are not bad people in your team. Your enemy in many ways is not lack of execution and definitely not your competitors. Your enemy is time. The battle that you have every single day is to make it through Horizon 1, 2, and 3 in a time period that you actually survive. Time is the only thing that kills companies. If all of us lived forever, every single company would become a unicorn, but we do not, so it will not. So you must battle time every single moment. Now let's look at the attributes of those great founders that we take in and we see soaring through. Number one, they believe in lovable product, not minimum viable product. That lovable product is an obsessive desire to make sure that your customer is treated in a way that transforms them to a different place. That product is complete, that product is simple, and that product is transformative. Number two, they are founders who believe that even if they do not have the connections to be able to break through, they have the execution power to be able to barge through. Those founders get up earlier in the morning if they need to. Those founders work later at night if they have to. Those founders think of nothing else other than hitting the growth metrics to be able to hit a unicorn. Now, what are those growth metrics? Venture-backable founders who are going to get to $1 billion company must hit $5 to $10 million in revenue every single month. But they're not going to do that straight away. They need to be growing at between 100 and 300% growth every year for a 5, 6, 7 year period. What does that look like? Well, let's say the first year they're making $30,000 per month in revenue. The second year, well, now they're making $90,000 a month in revenue. That's 200% growth. The third year, now they're making $270,000 per month in revenue. That's another 200% growth. Let's say the following year, 100% growth. That is $540,000 per month in revenue. Let's do a small 100% growth again. That brings us to $1,080,000 per month in revenue. You see how this works? As long as you are growing at that trajectory, you will build a unicorn and your business will be worth $1 billion. This is how you do it. And you only do it by focusing on the customer that desperately requires the transformative product that you are bringing to the market. The next piece is mindset. The greatest founders don't require tons of money to be able to build a company. They require a fortitude and a mindset of peak performance. Peak performance means that if I want to be the greatest player in the world, if I want to be Djokovic, I understand that I need to train like Djokovic, I need to think like Djokovic, I need to be 100% convinced that this is going to happen at the end and work my way backwards. And finally, the founders who build unicorns, the founders who can execute, the founders who follow the math to creating $1 billion company, they understand that they cannot do this alone. They can only do this with the right systems and the right team in place working in harmony, so that this is not on them. This is about a larger organization solving a problem that the world needs to be solved, and they never, ever move their focus away from that until they arrive in Horizon 3. And the beautiful thing about Horizon 3 is that if Horizon 1 is the Viking siege, if Horizon 2 is the gladiator systems, then Horizon 3 is the Knights of the Round Table, where all these systems come together, the team comes together, and you have an impenetrable fortress where every single knight around the table has the skill required to protect that fortress from any future attacks. Be the one, create your unicorn, and build out a company that the world has never seen before.